Hello everyone, so Kim here with Native Lady Book Warrior, and I am going to be sharing with you my February TBR, the readathons I'm going to be participating in for the month, and also the book club. So let's get started. Okay, I am so excited to tell you what book clubs I'm participating in this month and also the readathon. Well, first of all, I'm going to be telling you the readathon and then the book club. The readathon that I'm going to be participating in is Blackathon. Blackathon is a month-long readathon that is started by Jess from Bow Ties and Books. Jess is completely amazing. I love their energy. They are amazing, and Jess is pretty awesome. One thing that I wanted to do for 2021 is definitely read more BIPOC authors. So Jessie made different teams for Blackathon. There's a contemporary non-fit reading team. There's also a horror thriller reading team, and then there's also a SFF, science fiction and fantasy team. So I decided to participate with Team SFF, and I'm really excited about it. I don't have all the books right now with me. I think there's one more if I'm able to get to it, but we'll talk about that more. So the first prompt that Jess has on here is Rita Woods, a character traverses spirit realm or heavily embodies Black spirituality or spiritualism. So the first book I'm going to be reading for that is David Mogo God Hunter by Sui Davies Akungboa. So this book is pretty awesome. I looked more into it to make sure that I'm fulfilling the prompt, because the prompts also have to, so books should have a traveler journey theme and at least one book not set in the US UK. So this is that book. This book takes place in Lagos, Nigeria, and I heard it was a god punk, African mythology, spiritualism, and it is a really awesome take on fantasy that is non-Western, which I really enjoy. I book hauled this in a while ago, and I keep seeing it on my shelf and it's staring me in the face. So Sui Davies Akungboa is a Nigerian author, and I also heard that the protagonist in this book is a demigod, and he is a god hunter. Also, I think he's able to kind of hop back and forth between that spiritual realm, or there's characters who do that in this book. One of the things about this book, it talks about Orishas, which are Yoruba gods that are in that Nigeria region. I forget what countries are a part of that region, but I heard this was a pretty amazing read, especially from those who are Nigerian readers, and I thought that was pretty awesome, so I want to check this out. So the second prompt on here, it says a Black protagonist encounters an alien civilization or alien technology, and this is number 2, Tade Thompson. So one of the books that I am going to read for this prompt is Dawn by Octavia E. Butler. So I am also doing something very new with this readathon, is I am going to read an ebook. Yep, I don't really read ebooks, but I saw that this book was available and I just got it right away. So I'm going to read what it's about. Okay, so this book is the first of a series, and this is the series is called Xenogenesis Book 1, and I'm going to read the description right now. Lilith Ayapo awoke from a centuries-long sleep to find herself aboard the vast spaceship of Oankali. Creatures covered in writhing tentacles, the Oankali had saved every surviving human from a dying, ruined Earth. They healed the planet, cured cancer, increased strength, and were now ready to help Lilith lead her people back to Earth, but for a price. So that fulfills that second prompt quite, actually both. A protagonist encounters an alien civilization and also alien technology, which is the spaceship, right? So the third prompt is Octavia Butler. Time travel is a major component to the story. The book I'm going to be reading for this prompt is Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. So I'm going to read the back. It says, Dana, a modern Black woman, is celebrating her 26th birthday with her new husband when she is snatched abruptly from her home in California and transported to the antebellum South. Rufus, the white son of a plantation owner, is drowning, and Dana has been summoned to save him. Dana is drawn back repeatedly through time to the slave quarters, and each time the stay grows longer, more arduous, and more dangerous until it is uncertain whether or not Dana's life will end long before it has had a chance to begun. So when I first read that description, and I have seen this book swimming around on Booktube, especially I can't remember who was talking about it. Was it Bookish Realm or Lockbooktician? I can't remember who it was, but they said that this book was pretty amazing, and when I read the back, it was really awesome. So I cannot wait to read this book, and this book fulfills that third prompt. Let me look in my book journal really quick. Okay, the last prompt is the group book, and the group book is The Lesson by Cadwell Turnbull. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it. I have to wait and see because I have 3 or 4 more books that I want to read for February. So we'll see. I'm still going to order it because it's a recommended book by Jessie for her Blackathon, and I really want to read it. So even if I don't finish this book for February, I definitely want to read it later this year. Yeah, so all these books have a travel theme. These two plus Dawn, and then lastly the lesson. But we'll see if I'm able to get to the lesson. Okay, so the next book that I'm going to be reading in February, I actually started it because there is a book club on IG that are run by 2 amazing Indigenous bookstagrammers. It is Erin's Library and Thunderbird Women Reads. So they both founded a book club called Erin and Dani's Book Club. And for the year of 2021, they are reading Indigenous memoirs. So the book for January is Blonde Indian by Ernestine Hayes. Ernestine is Tlingit from Alaska. I don't know specifically where. I think it says right here Juneau. So yeah, excited for this book discussion. So if you want to know more details about Erin and Dani's book club, they have all of their books picked out from now until the end of the year. So I suggest if you want to participate in a book club that is going to be reading Indigenous authored memoirs for the entire year, I suggest you go check out their IG page. It's pretty incredible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to participate all 12 months. Maybe I might skip a month here and there. We'll see. But I just wanted to really start off Erin and Dani's book club strong. And this is their January book, but their book discussion will be happening in February. So excited. Yeah. Okay, so the next book that I'm going to show you that I will be reading for the month of February, I started it. I'm like maybe, I don't know, maybe about a third of the way through this book, and it's amazing so far. It's pretty awesome. And I'm reading this book for a book club on IG called At Well Read Native. But the book that we're reading for January is Too Much Lip by Melissa Lukashenko. Melissa Lukashenko is Bunjalung from Australia. So this is an Indigenous Australian book. So I'm going to read the inside because I'm into it right now and I don't really want to spoil anything. So wisecracking, Carrie Salter has spent her adulthood avoiding 2 things: her hometown and prison. A tough, generous, reckless woman accused of having too much lip. Carrie uses anger to fight the avalanche of bullshit the world spews, but now her pop is dying and she's an inch away from the lockup, so she heads south on a stolen Harley for one last visit. Carrie plans to spend 24 hours tops across the border. She quickly discovers, though, that Bunjalung country has a funny way of latching on to people. not to mention her chaotic family and a threat of a proposal to develop a prison on Granny Ava's island, the family's spiritual home. On top of that, love may have found Carrie again when a good-looking white fella appears out of with eyes only for her. So that is like pretty much the two first paragraphs of this, and it's pretty good. It's wow. I think it's I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about it. I suggest you just guys all check this out. Yeah. The last book that I'm going to be reading for February is for another book club, and it's Reads with Rachel's Feminist as F book club. Yeah, I don't want to say the F word. But the book is 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. And I have the whole thing. I'm just going to read the first book, which is 100,000 Kingdoms. And I actually have all the pages marked out already for this. I'm just going to be reading the first book in this tome. And this big brick of a book has all the books for the Inheritance trilogy, and I'm just going to be reading the first one and probably continuing maybe the second book to March's TBR, April's TBR, and so on. I mean, if I love it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to, because I've heard great things about the 100,000 Kingdoms, and I might just end up reading maybe the rest in March, but I'm not sure yet because there's some pretty awesome things coming up in March. Okay, so here are my books that I will be reading for the month of February, plus Dawn and maybe the lesson. So we'll see if I'm able to get to the lesson. If I'm not, but I will definitely be reading Dawn for the month of February by ebook. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. We'll see how it goes. I haven't read an ebook for booktube yet. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So those are my books for February. And I was reading books that I actually started in January, but some of the reads that I was reading got to be a little bit heavy. So I'm giving myself a small break from those reads. And I'm going to be continuing those reads maybe off and on through February, or I might just push them to March. But yeah, so that is my TBR, and they are all specific to book clubs and readathons. So I was really excited to tell you all what book clubs that I'm participating in a month for the month of February, and then also Jess's Blackathon. So yeah, I am done here. So I hope you all are doing fantastic, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I would love to hear what you all are reading for the month of February. And if you aren't, let's say maybe you're in a book slump, then go ahead and just leave me let's see, leave me a green emoji. Any green emoji. It could be a plant, it could be a green heart or whatever. Yeah, so I am done here, and I shall see you all soon. I hope you all are super safe, and I hope you guys all are well, and I shall see you again soon. All right, bye.